It's Kit. Time for another video. Today, we're gonna do something kind of different. Though we're not fishing or we're not at the studio, we're doing something quite important. Now, before we even start about what we're trying to do here, I want to mention that for a few years now, this happened some time ago, about like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years ago. We were keeping something a secret, and it was the 10-gram jig. And for about 2 years, it was a closely guarded secret. No one knew what we were doing, and we were catching all sorts of fish, even quite big ones, on a small 10-gram jig. And since we discovered that, we've kind of refined our tackle to see exactly which ones would bring out the best out of this little jig. And a few years ago, we also went to Major Craft to talk to them about modifying the jig to suit the conditions here in the UAE. So fast forward to the present day, you have rods, reels that pretty much optimize the use of this 10-gram jig, and the hooks, the eyes, the finishing of these jigs have been upgraded to a point where it's literally one of the best sellers and one of the best fish catchers for us here. So it's only right that you have a combo that can fish 10 grams. And this is specifically the Jigpara 10-gram jig. Okay, so it's the Jigpara Micro 10 grams. Close second would be the 15-gram one. Now, a lot of people don't realize that the 20-gram version is actually a different lure. So the 5, 7, 10, 15, they're the same lure. They'll have the same fall action. They'll have the same, pretty much the same shape. And when you go to the 20 and over, you'll see that it's actually slimmer. So, you know, kind of a different jig. Now, my cousin, who's holding the camera right here, we've been fishing together here in the UAE for years, and for the life of me, I just found out that he didn't have a 10-gram combo. So that's exactly what we're gonna do here. We're gonna and he was surprised himself. He has like combos for pretty much all our other types of fishing, but today we're gonna get him and put together a 10-gram combo, and this combo will bring out just literally the best out of the jig. And the system also can use smaller lures, of course, within the range and all that. So yeah, we're on our way to the shop now, and we're gonna pick rod, reel, and line, and we're gonna take you with us on this ride. Welcome to Barracuda. This is literally the most well-stocked tackle shop in the Middle East. So I come here to bother people most times, and yeah, they're kind enough to let us use the space. So Abbas, thank you very much. Now, we have a selection of reels in front of us, and they're all 3,000 size. And I'll tell you the reason why it should be 3,000 and not 2,500. Actually, you know what? Let's get a 2,500, just so we have some contrast. All right, so this is a Vanquish. So is this. All right, so the body is the same. It's just the spool that's different. You could pretty much interchange them. And when you're casting, especially when you're fishing from shore, you want the distance. You want a bigger spool so that the coils that goes out of the spool are bigger, which means it has less friction in the spool and you'd be able to cast far. Now remember that for spinning reels, the line, especially when it's diminished, it has to go up and over that lip. Now, for smaller reels, it means that it's gonna fight that that lip and the coils are going to be smaller, friction is going to affect it more, whereas the bigger ones will have bigger coils going out of the spool, making your cast farther. So even if ideally for this sort of fishing you want a 2500, bump up one size higher, and then you'd still have a very balanced outfit, and your casts are going to be far. Now remember, especially when you're fishing the beach or whenever you need a place where you need long casts, a bigger reel is an advantage. Especially when you're fishing with thinner line, what's going to happen is that it's just going to cast farther. Okay, so a bigger spool is essential for stuff like this. Now, especially since, remember, it's very specific, we are looking at 10 grams for this outfit. And at the very most, we'll be casting 15, but there are also times that we'll also scale down to about 7. So you need a reel and line that would give you the most distance, the advantage, and that's basically why we got to 3000. Now, I'm a bit biased for these two because these are the reels that I use, but I had to just give you contrast. This is the most affordable of the bunch, and then obviously this would be your mid tier, and these two are kind of the top, the Twin Power XD being the most expensive, the Vanquish, and then Ultegra being the cheapest. The advantage of the Vanquish is that it's very light. It is very, very light compared to, let's say, Twin Power XG. This is a bit lighter than this. The advantage of this is the sealing, and well, XD stands for extra durable, so it's really a tough reel. And these two are what I use. Now, my cousin has chosen, so instead of going for something that's really, really light, she chose the middle of the road, which is this, and it is a fantastic reel. Now, all of these are actually XG. This is super fast gears, so you have a really fast retrieve ratio, and what this does is that when you're casting really far, you'd be able to wind all that line quite fast without waiting forever for your next cast. And more importantly with an XG is that when you're casting and then the lure lands, you're able to take up all the slack faster than an HG or a PG. So an XG is very important for this type of fishing. So we've settled on a reel. Stradic is a very, very good reel for this purpose, and you can trick it out too. You might want to change the handle or the knob here, upgrade the drag washers. That's already up to you, but the Stradic platform is fantastic. It's super smooth, super strong, good for saltwater use, and most importantly, it has a metal body. The Ultegra, I think it has a plastic body. This has a metal body. This is why it's lighter. For the odd chance that you're actually going to hook something that would give a lot of fight, your frame might flex. Okay, so especially since you're dealing with braid with no stretch, the Stradic with its metal frame will keep the gears aligned, and you'd be able to fight the fish without fear of breaking your reel. All right, so we scoured the shop to look for a good line, and not only that, also a specific diameter. So we're going with PE 0.6, and this is the Major Craft braid. And it's not gonna fit this, so we're gonna put some backing on it and then put the braid. Okay, now for the rod, we'll make it simple. We've already chosen one rod and we'll show you the full combo right now. And I'll explain the specs of the rod, why it should be this rod as well. Now remember, this is very specific because we're looking at 10 grams for majority of the use. This is a very good balance of the function that we're looking for, and it's a shore jigging rod by Major Craft, and it's the triple cross. The model is the TCX 902 SSJ. Before anything else, if you look at this rod, the reason why we chose it is because it has a casting weight of 5 to 30 grams. Okay, it's rated for PE4 to 1.2. We're putting 0.6 on this, so we'll have a little bit of power and a lot of distance. We'll be using jigs that are from 7, 10, and 15, and lures that are also around that range. But majority of the lifting this system's gonna be doing is with the 10 grams. Okay, 7 can be used on it, of course. 5, but 5, because of the braid that you're going to use, you're still able to cast 5 or probably even less. But the most important thing here is that it can comfortably cast 10 even if you really whack it. And if you really want that distance, you just load the rod and cast it and bang it out there. It's not going to break. And that's the most important thing. And it's very light. So when you put everything together, this is a system that you could use for pretty much the whole day without getting tired from casting and working the lures. And this is the most important thing for this. Right there. It's a mid-joint rod. Nice. Okay, so a lot of people are asking me why some of my reels have this, and showed it to my cousin, and he's like, yeah. This is not just for decoration. I mean, it looks kind of cool. A lot of people would say that it looks cool, but it actually has a very, very, very important function. When you're fishing, let's say you're fishing on the beach and you need to put your rod down. So when you put it down, because of that, and this is called a reel stand, it doesn't touch the sand, so it helps protect your reel from getting sand and all the other gunk that's all around. Of course, if you're fishing off the rocks, it'll help the reel from not getting scratched or damaged. And it's the same thing when you're fishing on concrete. You just put the reel down right there, elevates it, and helps it not getting banged up. Match. This matches the reel. Alright. So my cousin's into like tackle fashion. So he likes the idea that it's gold. It's like if you could see his face, it's smiling.
Bling bling.
Bling bling. Alright, so anyway. Handle, not really necessary, but if you have big hands like him, it actually kind of helps for grip. I don't mind with mine, but there are some reels that I have to change the handle because sometimes it's just so uncomfortable. But again, it's preference. So if you like changing it to a knob or something else, sometimes some people actually change it to a bigger grip so that they have a better
handle on things. So it works for them. Yeah, but for me, the most essential modification would be this right here. Or you could put the reel like that as well. Okay, but did you see just what happened there? Because these reels are so smooth. Sometimes when you put them, they actually go like that, and you know, it's just gonna eat up a lot of sand. So having something like this, you just prop it up like that, or put it down like that, and it's solved. Sand, concrete, rocks, pebbles, your mom's floor works. All right, so very, very useful. The disadvantage of this, of course, is when you store it, you can't really just put it in the box again because of the bulk. But yeah, just keep that in mind. And yeah, this is ready to spool. Alright, so got some of the lures. This is like the slow version, 10 gram slow, Jigpara slow. It's for shore slow, and this is the regular one that we always use. They're not expensive. That's the beauty of them, but very, very effective. So the rod and reel that we set up for my cousin, okay, is specifically to fish those jigs. All right, so hope you learned something, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it or if you learned something. We'll see you in the next one, and the next one's gonna be the fishing part.